Does a narcissistic person ever change? And this is the answer that nobody wants to hear. So let me ask you that question. Do you think a narcissistic person can actually change? Do they possess the capabilities to change? It's a question that's probably kept you stuck longer than anything else. Do they ever change? Can they ever change? Does therapy work? Do meds work? Is there surgery? Is there treatment? I'm not talking about the short-term, quote unquote, good phases. I'm talking about the promise that it's a real permanent thing. I mean, like actually changing. If you've been holding on to that hope, this video is going to help you understand, and it might be the most important video you may have ever come across. Because the truth is, it's about whether or not a narcissistic person can change. It's not simple. It's not what you probably want to hear. But once you understand it, something powerful is going to happen. You're going to stop holding on to the hope. You're going to stop waiting. You're going to finally start healing because you're going to realize and see them for exactly who they really are. So here's why this question is so confusing. They do change their behavior temporarily to get something from you. They change when they feel you pulling away, like they're going to lose you because you're a possession, right? When they sense they're losing control, when they don't get a reaction from you, how do they act? Or when they just need something from you. Suddenly they're kinder. They flirt with you. They're nicer to you. They're more present. They're more active in the conversations. They seem to be checking all of the boxes with everything that they're saying. And how much we're deprived from them being a good person. They're trying to show us, okay, see, I did change, but it's only for a moment. I want to show you guys something. Look at this. This is all that you are to them. You're just a charging cord. Just a charging dock. This is it. This is all you are. However, you have all the power. It's connected to all the power. They don't care if you're thrown on the floor, the dog chews on you or pees on you, but the moment someone tries to take it, they want to take it, mine. Because they want to come back only when they want something from you, which is their supply and their charge. My phone will not survive if I don't do that. Understand that analogy because it's something that is actually going to change the way you see a lot of things. You have to understand it's not change. It's regulation through control. And they're not changing who they are. They're changing their tactics to keep the access and control over you. So what does real change actually require? Real change would actually require something that they don't ever do and they almost always actively resist. Here's the big one, accountability. Can't have that. Empathy without self-gloating and self-benefit, without a cord being held over your head, and consistency without a reward. And most importantly, it would require them to sit with the shame instead of avoiding it. Because see, when it comes to someone who's narcissistic, there's a lot of portions in their mind, and you can Google this, narcissist MRI scan, NPD, which is narcissistic personality disorder. You can see physically on a scan, they do not possess the same brain that you do. I mean, they have a lot in like the middle, you'll see a lot missing. That's like the anterior insula, the cortical cortex. But the main part that they're missing, so you have a frontal lobe, it's their frontal cortex, mainly their prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is basically your emotional regulation center. That is what is in control of empathy, remorse, guilt, shame, accountability, temperament. That part of the brain is severely underdeveloped a lot of times. So it's not even there. So how can they possess those traits if they don't actually possess the hardware that can actually provide that? It's just crazy because it's not just behavior. Narcissism is not just behavior. It's actually a defense structure to keep you in their possession. And defense structures don't dismantle by themselves, especially when it's the only thing they've done their entire life. This is the part that's going to hit really hard. If they could change for you, they already would have, but they're not going to. You actually have a better chance of literally farting out an entire herd of rhinos. Not even trying to be funny. It's not going to happen. So why do you keep hoping? Because it isn't just about them. It's about the trauma bond. the thing that keeps you grabbed onto them, the thing that keeps making you go back. Trauma bonding makes your hope, that little breadcrumb, feel like survival. So when you think like, if I wait, if I try or love them harder, or if I explain better, maybe this time I'll finally be safe. The hope is not intuition, it's conditioning and an addiction. Almost desperation too. So do narcissistic people ever change? No. Because they would have to choose long-term accountability, not because someone loves them enough. And this is the part that matters the most. Your healing does not require them to change. It doesn't even depend on them changing. It depends on you actually breaking the trauma bond that has kept you waiting this whole time. So if something in this video hits you a little bit different, it's not because you're dramatic or broken or something's wrong with you. It's because you've been living in limbo and you're waiting for someone else to become safe enough, but we never take that chance yet because of the trauma bond. So I want to tell you, if you are actually ready to actually fully understand why it's so hard to let go, I have another video that's going to explain it that I've linked that explains the trauma bond and why it keeps you so emotionally attached. So make sure it's somewhere over here. Click on the video to watch that. And also, if you're stuck in a trauma bond, it's always with a narcissist, not an avoidant. That's another video. And no contact feels unbearable. I created a program specifically for you. Click the link below in the description and you can get started, and I'll give you an even special discount to it. Just check it out. Trust me, you're not going to regret it. And before you go, if this hit home, why not subscribe? This is your family. This is your home. And I'm going to help you get to the point where you don't need any of this anymore. Everything here is about helping you stop the waiting and start the healing.